Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Christian, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing a 4-form Frieza figure from Bandai Dragon Stars series. It's version 2 of this figure released by the same company, and other than the evil intergalactic CEO, the one who eats Saiyans for breakfast, will be the subject of my review. Without further ado, as time in evil life itself is short, let's cut to the chase. As you can see, here we have the figure with its accessories. We have 3 extra hands, 2 open hands and 1 pointing finger. Otherwise, Frieza comes with his closed fists hands. As you've seen already, we have this nice artwork on the side, same one on the other side. Here we have the other figure from this line. We have Beerus. So let's go ahead and open them up. I'm not gonna lie, I've opened this figure already. It's time to take a good look at this son of a gun. As we can easily see, Frieza's sculpt looks very well done. The face, I'm very impressed by it. The face looks amazing. This lick has the evil smile, has that evil smile as if he's seeing his beloved Goku having a diarrhea in the middle of a job interview. I'm very well surprised with the physiognomy of Frieza on this figure, as it's absolutely flawless in my book. If you would take this exact physiognomy of Frieza and put it instead of the one from Goku, and put it instead of the one from a Goku or Vegeta figure, you will immediately tell that something's completely wrong. That it doesn't belong there. Or maybe it's just me. I think this figure has that unmistakable face, as if Frieza is preparing to take a piss in your soup and then serve it to you with a great hospitality. Thumbs up for Bandai on this. Great job, guys. Lord Frieza's muscles look all cool and strained, especially here on the back, as if he's ready to beat the senzu beans out of someone, or open the pickle jar, or maybe both. This Frieza has also been to the manicurist and pedicurist, as all his nails are painted. As you can see here on the feet, you can even check out the hands, as you can see, and even the extra hands have their nails done. I think you can easily see them. One possible flaw is that the figure has a light gray skin tone, while in the anime I'm pretty sure that Frieza looks white. Just go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm really curious on this aspect. Moving on to the articulation on this figure is pretty good. It's what you can usually expect from Bandai figures. However, it stands out in some ways, just like a priest at a Halloween party. What do I mean by this? Simple. The arms have very good articulation, especially on the wrists and shoulders. You can do pretty much anything you want with this figure's hands, which is always a plus. Put them in any position you want. They can go like this, like this. We have the classical bicep swivel over here. It's a little stiff, but you can easily handle it. And of course, double jointed elbow, the wrist articulation. It's the same on the other arm, of course. Not many Bandai figures can do this. Having the arms crossed as if the character is blocking an energy wave or spits from a hysterical mother-in-law. There you see. Pretty interesting. Maybe the Great Lord Frieza will have a wife someday, who knows? Maybe he's angry and full of hatred all the time because he just wants to be loved. As for the head can move like this, 360 degrees, all the way to the back. If you want Frieza to be the protagonist of the Exorcist movie, you can make the intergalactic overlord's head look down a bit, but never up. That's something usual for Dragon Stars figures. Nothing surprising here, nothing spectacular when it comes to the head articulation. The hip articulation is decent. You can make Frieza wiggle a bit as if he's dodging laser beams or rotten eggs thrown at him. It's a bit disappointing that you can't actually make Frieza move too much backwards from this hip articulation. In other figures, Bandai has been more generous in this area. However, you can still move Frieza 360 degrees from his hip articulation, like this. There you go. It was a little stiff. That's it. Nice articulation on the hips. When it comes to the leg articulations of this son of a gun, we have some interesting stuff here going on that would make Jean-Claude Van Damme envious. Frieza's legs can make the twine pretty easily, although you need to apply a little gimmick here. It cannot go all the way. Or it can? Yeah, pretty good. But you can even do better like this. Here's the gimmick that I'm talking about, like rotating, and then you can rotate the foot like this. There you go. Pretty nice. Could Van Damme ever have a chance of defeating Frieza? Maybe only if he hits him in the balls. But wait, does Frieza even have balls? That's a great Dragon Ball mystery. A lot of times when I was watching Dragon Ball Z as a kid, and the good guys encountered an incredibly powerful villain such as Frieza, Cell, or Majin Buu, I was wondering, why on earth don't they just kick him in the balls? That should clearly be more devastating than Kamehameha, Final Flash, Special Beam Cannon, the Spirit Bomb, and so on. Why waste any time and energy with those techniques for a guy who's willing to destroy the world when you can just simply land a strong kick in his beloved balls? Who cares about the rules in that situation? He wants to destroy the world for... Moving on, you can put Frieza's legs in many different positions. You can move them forward like this, backwards not really. You can make Frieza kick high like this. Or like this. That's better. Double jointed knee over here. Double jointed articulation. The foot also rotates. It will even go like this. Compared to other Dragon Stars figures, I'm glad that Bandai has done a good knee articulation. I mean, the knee looks pretty good when you bend it, which is something we don't always see on Dragon Stars figures. Let's take for comparison an old friend of Frieza, Piccolo. Let's check these guys out. When Piccolo articulates his knee, you see it? Looks pretty ugly, if you ask me. While on Frieza, we don't have this problem. There you go. Looks much better. I'm glad to see that Bandai has added some extra emphasis on this aspect. Thank you for your help, Piccolo. Go ahead and keep charging your special beam cannon. We also have to investigate the tail. This is articulated in 2 points, one here and one over here. And we couldn't ask for more in this area, I believe, although it would have been nice for Bandai to make the tail long enough for so it can help the figure position itself on the shelf. You know, just in case Frieza drinks too much, because nobody wants to give him a hug and therefore he cannot stand up anymore. Here we have Frieza firing energy waves, or simply saying, "Oh no, back off, I'm not interested, I have a girlfriend, a boyfriend." Here we have Frieza's own version of the Destructo disc. He can have one disc over here and another one over here. That's pretty good. Or you can pose Frieza into one of the most iconic moments in Dragon Ball history. I'm talking about this one, where he tells Goku, "You only have 5 minutes left until Planet Namek explodes." You can even pose him like this, as he wants you to admire his nails. As I said, we can see on this figure that Frieza likes to go to the manicurist and even to the pedicurist. Here we have Frieza firing his unmistakable death beam, as in those moments when he killed Vegeta on planet Namek. That was a very interesting moment. Or you can pose him like this, as he's going to the disco ready to party, or charging a death ball, or whatever that is called. Personally, I like to keep all my Dragon Stars figures with their closed fists. There you have it. I like to pose Frieza like this, as he's charging his energy, ready to transform all the way to his 100% maximum power, or ready to go to the bathroom. I don't know exactly. As you can see, Frieza is almost 14 centimeters. Like 13 and a half, I suppose. That's it. So this son of a gun, this lick, is about 13 and a half centimeters high. That makes him just about as tall as the first form Frieza figure. Let's check that out. Here's how they look side by side. You can feel free to watch my one of my previous reviews, as I've reviewed the first form Frieza as well. They're both at the same size, more or less. Let's see, on the other hand, how Frieza looks alongside his secret love, Goku. As you can see, Goku's taller, and this pose, Goku's like, "Oh no, Frieza, don't tell anybody what's between us." Next up, we have Vegeta, the Saiyan Prince. I've also reviewed this Vegeta figure as well, as you can check it out. Check out one of my previous videos. So as we can see, Vegeta on the other hand is about the same size as Frieza, if we don't count that the Saiyan Prince keeps his fingers sticked into a socket, as otherwise we can't explain his wacky hairstyle. Bandai's Piccolo figure on the other hand is clearly taller than Frieza, and even taller than all of the other figures I've just mentioned, I've just presented from Bandai. There you go. It's clear that Piccolo's taller than all of them. And once again, we can realize that Bandai does a pretty good job scaling its Dragon Stars figures accurately. Thank you for your help, Piccolo. Go ahead and keep charging your special beam cannon. Just for fun comparisons, let's see how our boy Frieza looks alongside this Jessie figure from Pokemon's Team Rocket. So this Jessie figure was made by Tomy, and it's very old, maybe even older than most of you who watch this video right now. It was released all the way back in 1998. Frieza looks alongside a Machamp figure from Tomy, an articulated Machamp figure from Tomy. Frieza looks surprisingly taller a bit, while our Pokemon looks as if he's eating both the meat and the bones from his plate. If you're a Dragon Ball fan, and especially a Dragon Ball Z fan, I highly recommend you buy this figure. The sculpt is great, big plus for Bandai in this area, as we rarely see that level of detail on a Dragon Ball figure. The articulation is good enough, not perfect. We might have some complaints in that area. The price is more than affordable, as this Frieza figure is about $22 or $27 on Amazon. Personally, I love this figure as much as Goku loves to bite his opponents. I'm glad to have this figure in my collection, and I couldn't care less about its minor flaws. Frieza is the intergalactic tyrant who destroyed planet Vegeta and almost annihilated the entire Saiyan race, except for just a few of them. He is and will remain my favorite all-time Dragon Ball villain. Thank you all very much for watching this video in this beautiful winter day in Romania, Europe, planet Earth, and the Milky Way galaxy. I thank eventually for any aliens that might be watching my review now. Don't you often get the feeling that a person you know is from another planet? Well, I do. Maybe aliens are amongst us. And they look just like us, as in the case of Saiyans. Has anyone seen any aliens around? I think they're all aliens, as far as I know. That was it for today. Feel free to drop me a like, subscribe, and eventually leave me a comment in which you can tell me if you like my reviews, if you hate them, if you think that I'm boring, wonderful, despicable, smart, dumb, and so on. May the natural selection be on your side, dear ladies and gents, and I'll see you with my next review video. I'm Christian, good luck and stay tuned.